This is Prentice from Cypher Productions Incorporated, and today I want to talk to you about drones. There is a specific definition for drone, but I'm speaking about a specific type of individual person at this particular point. I want to address men. I think that raising a family is important. I think it's important to the fabric of our society. I think children need to be raised with morals and values, and they need to follow through with those behaviors that come from the embedding of moral values. You see that there's a problem. So when you finally have children, or if you already have children, what are you going to do? Now, some people will try to use creativity as their excuse, drone versus their creativity. Now, who we're not talking about at this particular point are those who are artistic. They have a special ability to create due to, unique thought versus comprehensive thought. And a lot of times, most of the time, when the person is artistic or creative, that person is comprehensive on top of their differences. These are not the people we're talking about. We're talking about complete drones. These are the people that the bitch assness controls continuously. These people are incapable without someone else. They won't go out and do something for themselves unless somebody else kind of pushes them to. They won't progress or go through with certain things unless a lot of people are actually pressuring them or doing it as well. They're incapable of separating fact versus fiction, and even when they can, they normally go with fiction as their way of comprehending. This is bitch assness. This is drone behavior. There's a difference between those who are creative and those who are drones. So I want to be 100% clear about that. There's information in everybody's subconscious mind that causes them to behave in a particular manner. This is information that is interpreted through circumstances. Anything that you've been through as you were growing up, when you come across a particular instance, it has a direct effect on what you actually decide. We're not talking about subconscious either, people. We are talking about drone. Now, we're separating those who have a behavior pattern. Behavior pattern is always the same. You decide a dance, so to speak. You decide to do certain things all the time in a specific way so that you're capable of actually seeing the difference in individuals and how they behave toward this particular behavior. It's somewhat to say scientific. It might be irritating, but it's definitely a dance. Separating these people also from drone behavior. Who we're actually talking about are those that are incapable of behaving for themselves, but when they communicate with other individuals, not naturally, but specifically, their specific behavior pattern is due to those that they come across on a daily basis. They behave like another individual on purpose. For instance, when we're talking about dating, a girl meets up with a guy, doesn't want to be with that individual, but goes to the next guy or goes back to the guy she already actually has, because this is the female behavior pattern, and communicates the same thought that that guy communicated on that particular instance or in that particular situation. In other words, she's meeting someone reading that person's behavior, and then going back to her guy and repeating that behavior pattern. Drone. You'll be able to notice the difference between these people because they're floaters. They have a tendency to believe that you don't have control over everything that you do. They believe that the entire world is in control of them and they should just behave how they feel. They're floaters. It doesn't matter if it's the right thing that needs to be done or in some cases the wrong thing that has to be done. They won't know the difference. They're floaters. Drone. You'll notice these brief pauses in their communication, or even in the possibility of communication. That brief pause, I mean, if you're studying this individual or watching this individual closely, you'll notice that it almost seems like they are looking for an answer for their communication. I say something to this individual looks up or around or is incapable, literally, of coming up with his or her own thought to something simplistic. This is not something that takes a whole lot of thought, almost as if they're waiting for somebody to think for them. This is not, in most cases, something, we're not looking for those individuals that have something memorized when we speak to them, those particular. This is an issue as well. Memorization, the difference between situation-specific behavior patterns versus those who behave in every situation the exact same as if their speech is memorized. That is a drone-like behavior as well, but we're addressing a different issue right now. It's those that think no almost right away in specific instances, and sometimes they don't even know why they're thinking no. Those that are incapable of analyzing specific situations.